everybody, I'm super excited today to be bringing you a review on the Covergirl Star Wars lipstick collection, the light side and the dark side. They are the new limited edition collection that also features mascaras, and apparently there's 10 mascaras to collect that feature different sayings from the Star Wars movies. So whether you're a fangirl or you just want to try something a little bit different, because these shades are pretty much not what you'd see from a normal Covergirl collection, you might want to pick these up. These are pretty frosty for the most part. A lot of these shades are pretty frosty for the most part, and my experience with Covergirl lipsticks has never been a very good one. I personally am not a fan of the formula. I just want to put that out there because I don't want you guys to watch this and be like, oh, Covergirl sucks. No, they don't suck. I just don't personally like them. So with that being said, I gave this collection a chance, and I do have a few of these shades that I really like. But then again, there's also some of them that I'm just like, but they're novel. So let's start with the dark side because I'm feeling a little evil. You ever just wake up and you're like, damn, I feel evil today. Like, damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Like, that's how I wake up some days. It's a true story. So let's start with the dark side, and that features number 30, 40, and 50. We got the shades right here. Like I said, whether you're a Star Wars fan or not, these are some cool shades. And also features some of the shades that really performed well. So the unfortunate part is a lot of these don't have names, they just have the number, which I feel is unfortunate. I would have liked them to have some crazy names. But we're going to start with number 30, and this is a reddish shade that actually performed really well. So there's it in 2 swipes. Nice, deep red shade. Whether you're a Star Wars fan or not, this is just a nice shade to have for the fall. That's why I said it performed well. And if you notice in there, there's a slight shimmer glitter right in there that doesn't feel grainy, that doesn't feel heavy on the lips. Very lightweight formula, but maybe you can't see it on camera, but it's very subtle and it's there. The next shade in this also performed pretty well. This is number 50. Again, no real name, just a number. So this is number 50, and this is a nice purple. So 1, 2, nice wine purple shade. Very well performing, very creamy formula, very moisturizing. Then we have a little bit of a wild shade, and this is number 40. And this is a gold shade. Now this is pretty frosty, so don't expect opacity with this. So here's a few swipes. You get that golden metallic shade. By the way, I'm going to have lip swatches at the end of this video, so if you're wondering, like, what do these look like on the lips, you'll see. Don't worry about it. The gold shade, if you're not going to be wearing gold every day, and you're like, well, how can I make this work for me if I just want to get it for the novel purposes? You can use this to highlight any lipstick you already have. Simply put a little bit of the gold in the center of your lips and blend out like this. Go like that, and you will have a quick highlight. I actually can do it on this, so you know what? I'll do it on, I'm wearing ColourPop. Oh, and ColourPop, never mind. See? Adds just a tiny bit of highlight. You can make it work. So that was the dark side. So let's explore the light side now. We'll start with, we have 10, 70, and 20. Again, we don't have names here, so I'm gonna start with number 10. Number 10 is a frosty silver, and pretty much you can do the same thing with the gold. You can do the same thing with the silver as you did with the gold. And again, don't expect full opacity from this, but this is a great shade to lighten up and highlight any shade you might have. So gold works well with this purple. Again, I'm not wearing that purple, I'm wearing Nevermind from ColourPop, but it's a very similar color. And as you can see, it adds just that nice highlight sheen. Just like you can highlight on the eyes and the face, you can highlight your lips. So use these for that, and you'll be pleasantly surprised at the looks you can create. But on its own, it's definitely not an everyday shade, but it's definitely nice to see a wild shade in the drugstore, not necessarily for Halloween. Like, not like a Magic Maker or whatever Wet n Wild comes out with. Now number 20 I was super excited about because it's this pretty lavender shade. I would wear this like all the time if I could. Very 80s, but again, this might be a little bit hard to wear, but you can highlight the purple, the red with this lilac shade. But I just love the idea of a frosty lilac back in the drugstore, and it's not 1982. And last but not least, I think it's the most wearable shade, the most universally wearable shade, and that's number 70. And this is a nude shade. And this took a few swipes to get opaque, But this, I feel like if you're looking to have a Star Wars lipstick and you're not gonna go for any of the wild shades, red, purple, and this nude, number 70, would be good for you to check out in terms of wearability. And of course, you can always lighten them with a little bit of gold. But and this color really reminds me of the 90s. You can use that one to highlight this red right here. It's funny, red, a light and dark side, you can use the light side to lighten up the dark side. There were also mascaras. I only picked up 2, and honestly I'm collecting them. I'm not opening them up because I got the sayings I wanted because I went in store. It's a little bit difficult to get the sayings you wanted online. Drugstore.com had them, Ulta had them. Also, that's kind of under where you can find them. You can find them at local drugstores, CVS, Walgreens, but the displays that I saw, 1 lipstick each shade per display, so very limited edition. I was lucky to get mine on Ulta.com. They may still be available there, so check them out. Drugstore.com, Walgreens.com, and if as a last resort, you can always check out the Evil Bay, where eBay, Evil Bay, for very overpriced, but get your hands on it, able to get your hands on it product. Again, no names, but I love this collection. So cute, Star Wars. The packaging is very nice, very sleek. It's not gaudy, like I wouldn't feel embarrassed to pull this out of my purse in public. They didn't go too over the top, but they definitely brought this is fun. This is fun. This is something you usually only see from like MAC or other high-end product brand. And even though Covergirl has teamed up with movies before, like The Hunger Games, they never did it like this. This was really well done. Very impressed. Again, the frostier shades, they don't settle into fine lines of the lips, which is great. None of these shades feathered. The darker shades, these 2 shades right here, they did kind of stain the lips slightly, but it really wasn't too much. It wasn't anything you couldn't get off with a little bit of a makeup remover pad, or like baby wipe kind of thing. The lighter shades, the frostier shades, while they are not easy to wear on their own, you can always combine them with the darker shades, either the ones in this collection or ones you already own. So in terms of price range, I'm hearing $6 to $8 depending on where you are. So you might get lucky and get them for much cheaper than I did. mine were like close to $8. So as always, guys, I'm gonna have picture swatches of these on the lips at the end of this video, so please be sure to check that out, or you can find them on my Instagram. They will be there too. If you want to check me out on Instagram, I'm Recycled Stardust. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.